Want to start the morning out right? Hmm?
It's late.
You should sleep in. We didn't get much rest last night.
Yeah. Class starts soon. I better get dressed.
That's good. You look like Phyllis. You're a quick learner. You're good. No one should be able to tell the difference between me and Phyllis now. I just need to find a way to get out of here.
Good morning.
Is it? I wouldn't know. Why don't you take me for a walk?
I don't have a leash or a muzzle.
Do you understand what it's like being trapped in here?
It's boring, huh? Tell you what, why don't you see how long you can hold your breath until you pass out? That's always fun.
Here you go, Mommy.
Oh, thanks, baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
You chewed off your cuticles.
I used to do that as a kid, and I just started doing it again. I know it's not very attractive.
Well, my own share of nervous habits. By the time Devon goes to trial, I will have chewed off my lower lip.
Maybe you're too involved in this case.
No, I got a lot of pieces to the puzzle. I just need to figure out how to put them all together so they spell reasonable doubt.
When do you think it's going to be over?
Not for a while. I don't want to go to trial unless I'm sure that I can get Devon acquitted. Lady and baby of the jury, the prosecutor will present you with physical evidence linking Devon Hamilton to Carmen Mesta. However, there's also physical evidence linking several other people to the victim. So I ask you to ask yourselves why the DA is just going after this young man, not Brad Carlton or Jack Abbott.
Yeah. Okay. Get back to me once you have an answer. Good. Morning, Jack. Well, William, how do you do, Detective?
We'd like to chat with you for a few minutes.
Sure. About what?
Your DNA was found on Carmen Mesta's earring.
The question, ladies and gentlemen, is not whether all the evidence shows that it's possible Devon Hamilton killed Miss Mesta, but whether the evidence demonstrates that it's impossible that somebody else did. And the answer I submit is a resounding no. Oh, sorry. You okay?
Mother, what is it?
I'm just so tired from last night's party.
Well, that does not explain the look you just had on your face.
Do you know, last night at this party, I started having these memory flashes.
Flashes of what?
I don't know, they were just a series of images. Just so disturbing.
The same ones you've been having in your nightmares?
Oh, no, these are different. I was wide awake.
Are they about Philip?
I'm not sure. fact, I don't know what any of this means.
Aw, you're already dressed. I was hoping I could convince you to be late for class.
No, that would be hypocritical since I require all my students to arrive on time.
All of your students?
You're obsessed with that thing.
I use it to check my emails when I'm away from a computer, get my messages right away.
I should send you a link to my website.
I'll make some coffee.
You keep hanging up the phone every time I walk in the room, I'm gonna start to think you're hiding something.
Well, what do you want me to do, JT? Make all my calls on speakerphone?
You've been so freaked out about me keeping secrets from you. What are you, trying to help me understand how bad it feels?
No. Not at all.
Then what's going on?
You're right. I'm being totally unfair.
Then stop being so weird about your phone.
JT, I can't do this anymore.
Do what? What are you talking about?
Well, it's like I said earlier, I really think that we should take a break from each other.
Take a break? What? Why? Why? Because I made some stupid joke about a phone call?
That's not the reason.
Then what is it? What's the reason? I mean, why are you talking about breaking up again? Colleen, tell me.
It seems like all we do anymore is fight.
So what? That's it? You're just gonna give up without even talking this through?
JT, that's not gonna do anything. This isn't working. Neither one of us is happy.
We have broken up before, and it hasn't lasted. Doesn't that tell you something?
That we're both confused. I don't even know if we're meant to be together.
Well, that's progress. Because a minute ago, you sounded pretty sure we weren't.
Well, maybe I just need some time to think about things.
What? What do you want to think about?
Well, what I want. I don't even know if I'm ready for this.
For what?
For being this serious with anyone.
Serious? Serious? What do you want to do? You want to just want to go back to being roommates?
Actually, I think it might be better if I moved back with my dad.
No, Colleen, you're not doing that. Not without telling me why.
Okay, stop interrogating me.
You know, one thing hasn't changed. You're still the same little girl who runs away every time things get tough.
This earring was found in the Newman parking garage. It matches the one Carmen was wearing when she died. Were you with her when she lost it?
No.
Oh, come on. You must have been with her the night she died. Your DNA didn't get on there by itself.
Carmen wore these earrings quite a lot. As a matter of fact, out on a date with me. I'm not surprised it's here.
I doubt any of my ex-boyfriends could recall what earrings I was wearing a few months ago.
What a shame you date such inattentive men.
You're saying it's coincidence?
No, I'm saying more than that. I'm saying I don't know when my DNA got on this earring. I do know I had nothing to do with Carmen's death.
Can't afford to make any mistakes. Not if I want to win this case.
Well, you're under a lot of stress. Can't help how you feel.
Well, Jack looks suspicious as hell. He dated the victim, and now there are multiple pieces of physical evidence linking him to the crime, and yet he seems to be covered with Teflon.
So go after somebody else.
I tried, believe me. I've looked at every possible suspect.
You'll find a way.
How? Bardwell's not interested. He refuses to look at anyone besides Devon. I'm gonna try and work on him at this discovery meeting.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it.
Too bad you don't have Paul to help you.
You don't even mention him. He picked the perfect time to ditch us.
Hope I'm not late. I know how strict you are about tardiness.
Hi. What are you doing here? You're not a student.
I'm auditing Adrian's class. After hearing his lecture over the holidays, I decided to come back for more.
Oh, honey, that was intended for the general public, but this material is much more advanced.
Well, I guess it's a good thing auditors don't get grades then, huh?
Guess so.
Professor, would it be possible for me to do a joint project for your course and my studio class?
Sure. What did you have in mind?
Listen, since I'm new to this whole college thing, maybe you could help me out with something.
With what?
Still have my dress on from the party. Yeah. We had to scramble to get here in time for class, and I didn't have a chance to run home and change. Do you think I should leave my coat on? Because I know it's roasting in here, but I don't want everyone to know I never made it home last night.
All right. Don't you tell me this is nothing. You look like hell.
You always know what to say to make me feel
Mother,
better,
listen
Joe.
to me. These memory flashes are literally making you sick. You have got to let me help you.
Unless you've inherited Sylvia Brown's psychic powers, you can't.
Well, at least describe these flashes in more detail.
I told you I don't remember anything specifically. They're just fragments.
Fragments of what?
I don't know. When all of this was happening, I was a drunk. With enough alcohol in me, I was probably capable of anything.
Believe me, I know that. I remember. I was there. That's why I'm the perfect person to help you make some sense of all this.
I don't think so.
What have you got to lose by at least trying? Mother.
Stay out of this, Joe. For once in your life, mind your own business.
Since you're just auditing, why don't you go home? It's not going to kill you to miss the first class.
Oh, no. Adrian is so good at what he does, I don't want to miss a single lecture.
Well, then I guess your whole walk of shame thing in your dress isn't that important to you, is it?
You know what? You're right. I've got nothing to hide. After all, it's not like I did anything wrong.
That's debatable.
Why? I'm not a student. I don't care about grades. It's not illegal or...
unethical?
Right. Although, sneaking around can be real fun. fun, if you know what I mean.
Why would I know?
Come on. You seem like a girl who likes to live a little dangerously, don't you? Although, sooner or later, people are bound to find out. No matter how careful you think you're being.
Thanks, Kevin. I owe you.
Who was that?
Just Kevin.
Yeah, why didn't he stay?
Sweetie, remember when I promised that I would never keep a secret from you again?
Yeah?
Since William is making things so difficult for me, I gotta play rough to help Devon.
Well, he's so young. Of course, you have to do what you need to protect him. I understand that.
I hope so, because that conversation we just had about Paul quitting the case, it got me thinking. I am fairly certain that Paul left the case because he knows something about Carmen's death.
Paul would never kill anybody.
No, I didn't say he did. I think he's covering up for someone else, probably Brad. Yeah? So, I had Kevin get me a tracking device that I could put into Paul's car. I will be able to monitor his movements on my computer.
Is that legal?
Gray area.
Okay. Just be careful. I don't want you in any trouble.
Hey. Thank you for understanding why I had to do this. Do you think you'd be willing to speak to Paul? See if he'll tell you anything about Brad?
Honey, if he's not talking to you, he's not going to talk to me.
Lauren, please,
Yeah,
please.
fine.
No,
Yeah,
wouldn't hurt.
whatever.
You're the best. You're the best. You're the best, too. Hey, why don't I take care of Fen more before my meeting? Give you a break, you can go out, go to the spa. Look at me.
What?
When is the last time you got out of here?
I don't remember. I've been so busy with Fen.
All right, listen to me. You promise me that you will leave this house today, all right? Take Fenmore to the park. The holiday displays are still up. You'll have a ball. He'll have a ball.
Okay. We'll go out. But you don't have to worry about me. I'm happy staying at home with Ben. Yes? I'm happy staying home with you.
I want to see justice served every bit as much as you do.
Oh, can I interest you in a dozen tickets to the next police officers' ball?
Since Carmen's death, her reputation has been trashed. I don't think that's fair.
Jack, I appreciate how cooperative you've been throughout this investigation. You must be tired of answering our questions.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, if there's anything else I can do to help, please let me know.
When you weren't in your office, I thought I'd have to go all the way out to the ranch.
Oh, Catherine, what's wrong?
Nikki, I've done something terrible. No, it's beyond terrible. It's monstrous. It's so evil.
Oh, stop. Stop this now. You're not evil. What are you talking about?
I know what my nightmares are about. No, I finally remembered. I think I kidnapped Jill's son, Philip.
As you can see, all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. You read that document with an open mind, you'll realize you have the wrong man. And I do have expert witnesses who will challenge the DNA evidence.
Yeah, well, I've got my own team who'll testify to the skill of our lab technicians.
Tell me something, William. Why didn't you quit this job when you inherited all that money?
Yeah, I know public service is a foreign concept to you, Baldwin.
Strangely enough, Detective, you're arguing my point. William, you're still a DA because you genuinely believe that you are a victim's advocate.
Yeah, for once we're in agreement.
Then don't betray your ideals now. Look, William, I've defended many people I have known to be scum. But this is different. I truly believe that Devon is innocent.
Yeah, well, if I weren't confident of Devon's guilt, I wouldn't have charged him.
Oh, counselor. You're going to feel terrible when I find the real perpetrator.
You better work fast.
Judge would like to see us in chambers soon to talk about setting a trial date. He's thinking about starting in 3 weeks.
Colleen wants to move back in with us.
Yeah, I thought she might have mentioned it when she talked to you at the party.
No. Although she did make it clear that she doesn't like you confiding in me.
Colleen's upset because I made a joke about her keeping secrets because she didn't want to make a phone call in front of me. And now she wants to break up over it.
That is strange.
Whatever she had going on, she doesn't want me knowing about it.
Brunelleschi's Florence Cathedral was known as the 8th wonder of the world. Turn to page 7 of your handouts for a detailed recreation of the blueprints. Now, as you can see,
I don't have one.
the
Can I
dome
share?
had an innovative structure which consisted of 2 shells, each supporting the other.
The blueprint isn't on page 7. It's on page 9.
That was the first time for everything I misspoke. The correct page is 9. Now, the dome
This
was
class seems like a lot
supported
of
by
work.
lanterns,
When do you have
which
time to
held together the
read
entire
the-
structure.
Professor.
And
Can
Brunelleschi
I?
was an innovator on the
quit,
scale
okay?
of Steve Jobs or Thomas Jefferson. He discovered mathematical perspective.
Why was J.T.
Without him,
jealous?
imagine where architecture or art would be.
Catherine, even though these images were vivid, it doesn't mean they were real.
No, but this wasn't a dream, Nikki. I remember taking baby Philip, handing him over. I remember removing my ring.
Okay, well, maybe it was a nanny or someone like that.
No. No, I stole the baby to take him from Jill because I didn't want her raising him.
Catherine, look, this may have been something that you contemplated at one time, but it didn't happen. Philip wasn't kidnapped. No one stole him. Jill raised her son. When he was a teenager, he lived with you.
I couldn't have loved that boy more than had he been my very own.
Catherine, I cried with you at his funeral, okay? I was there. He died because he drove drunk.
If it couldn't have been Philip, then who could it have been? I thought I remembered. I just so sure.
You know, if this really is true, have you thought about what this means?
If it somehow were true, if I did kidnap baby Philip, the only way I could get away with it is if I brought the other baby to replace him. Dear God in heaven, it's possible that Jill's son is alive.
Hey, it's me. Have you been to the park yet?
Ah, so in other words, you're calling to check on me.
No, just envious. I've been cooped up with Law and Order.
Well, you'll be happy to know that we just got back and that Fen really enjoyed watching the older kids sled.
It's great.
I think he's hungry, so.
All right. I don't want to keep the boss man from his meal. See you later, sweetie.
Okay, bye.
Colleen's cell phone went straight to voicemail.
Oh, you probably just pushed her buttons and she overreacted. It happens. Just know that right now, you have to be the patient one.
So in other words, don't tell any jokes, don't ask any questions, or make any sudden movements.
Basically.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't worry about it. If Colleen is keeping a secret, I'm sure it's nothing major.
This is what you're going to do. Look for a building on campus that references Renaissance architecture. And I want you to compare it in a 5-page paper to one of the cathedrals we studied last term. I'm expecting a rigorous analysis. Okay? Class dismissed. Take it easy.
Great lecture, Adrian.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, I did. Hey, maybe we could get together later and you could steer me towards the right buildings.
Buildings.
Yeah, the Renaissance ones for my analysis.
Oh, auditors don't need to write papers, Amber. They don't need to take the exams, do any of the coursework.
Or even come to class. Right, Professor?
Like I said before, I would miss it.
Colleen, wait.
It's okay, sweetie. You don't want to bottle you. You don't want to sleep. You want. You want me.
Hi. What's wrong? Oh, looks like we could use an extra pair of hands here, huh? It's okay. It's all right. Both will be fine.
So I thought that Corbell and I had this special deep connection. Right, the same connection he had with Amber. I was so wrong.
No, you weren't.
Lily, he heard her rubbing it in my face. He didn't even say anything.
Well, at least you learned who he really was before you got in too deep.
I already am. This morning, I tried to break up with JT again because I couldn't stop thinking about Corbell.
Wait, you told JT you hooked up with Corbell?
No, I couldn't do that.
So then what happened?
I don't know. JT saw that I was going crazy with my text messaging, right? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm just saying that we need to take a break.
See, I always think that's a bad move. I mean, telling a guy that is giving permission to have sex with somebody else.
Huh. Well, for the first time, I'm not worried about that with JT. He was so hurt and confused. I felt terrible.
Well, that was your heart telling you that you were making a big mistake.
Well, then why do I still want Professor Corbell after he's been... Look, I know how pathetic this sounds.
Well, then just stop it. I mean, Colleen, the guy is sleeping with somebody else.
Well, but like you said, I told him we couldn't be together. That's giving him permission to move on.
Listen, you and Professor McArtsy are trying to have it both ways. Your mouths say no, but yet your text messages say yes.
That is not true.
Listen, Colleen, I'm calling you out because I care. I mean, start listening to the guy who loves you and stay away from Corbell.
You know, you could send Colleen 11 red roses and 1 white one.
Really, why not a dozen red ones?
Because it's more original, which means it took more thought. And that impresses women.
You know, making a romantic gesture when she's the one who picked the fight, what is wrong with this picture?
You do want to stay in this relationship, don't you?
You know I do.
So then suck it up and apologize, even though it's not your fault.
I wish it were this easy to talk to Colleen.
Hey, Fen is asleep in his crib.
You are my hero.
Why don't you let me ride to the rescue again, and I'll stay here and watch him, and you can go out and get some fresh air.
Oh, no. I can't leave the baby.
Okay. Well, we could open a window or two. Could be adventurous.
I must look really pale today because everyone's telling me I need to go outside.
Well, you know, if everybody's saying it, maybe you ought to listen.
I would like to go outside. I would, but, you know, my throat's been bothering me, and if I get a cold, then I'll give it to the baby, and that wouldn't be
Right. Boy, you are making me work very hard at this.
What?
May I have this dance?
Dance?
Dance.
What? No.
Come.
You're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh, you're gonna make.
Dum, dum,
And you're singing
dum,
on top of it?
dum, dum. Well, you need music to
Oh,
dance.
okay.
Come on, listen up. You're bringing back those traumatic memories that I have of you and me on the culinary dance floor.
Those were traumatic memories.
Remember that? Well, we gave some octogenarian scares there, didn't we? Oh, you know, it's a pity they don't have a show called Dancing with the Regular Folk.
Oh, really?
Because we might win the disco ball.
I think the disco ball would be ours.
Of course, with me, it's more like Survivor.
Could it be possible?
Catherine, if you did give Jill's baby away, he'd be a grown man now.
It's unfathomable.
Well, what do you remember about this person? Was it a man? A woman?
Nikki, I have no idea.
Was the baby going to another family, an orphanage? What?
I can't remember.
Well, you're gonna have to try.
Well, no, it's too late to change anything.
What about Jill?
No, she can't know. She would never forgive me.
She has a right to know if her biological child is alive. Catherine, you have to tell her.
Oh, all right. And
No!
I'm tired. I am.
I can't believe it.
I'm spent.
You cannot keep up with me?
Well, it's not easy taking the lead.
Well, Ginger Rogers did everything that Fred Astaire did. I mean, backward and in heels. not
Those
flip.
are slippers.
Yes, they are.
have no heels. You were scuffing along.
Yes, I was, and you weren't leading.
Can't hide anything from you. Darn.
No, you can't. Or can you?
What, pray tell, do you mean?
Michael thinks you, have been hiding something about Carmen's murder.
Oh, I know he does. He's asked me that repeatedly.
Yeah? So is he right?
No, he's not right. I don't know anything about it.
Something's weighing on you. I can tell.
You're not yourself. Things have not been the same since Fen was born.
You know, I'm really kind of sick of hearing that. I had a baby. Of course I'm different. That's not bad.
No, I'm just, it's more than just a lifestyle change.
I admit that I was really freaked out when Fen was born. But you know, he was premature. And I was worried about Sheila.
We all were scared.
But I've really been fine. Since you showed me proof that Sheila is dead. I'm fine.
Oh, no. This is my treat, okay? I'm hoping the caffeine will wake you up. You're about to throw away your relationship with JT over a guy you can't even have.
Lily, even if I could get over him, JT might not take me back.
Well, all you guys did was argue. You didn't tell him you cheated.
But he knows something's wrong.
Yeah, but he wanted to work it out. Listen, nothing has happened that can't be undone.
Professor Corbell wants to know when I can meet him for coffee.
Oh my gosh.
So don't be such a stranger.
Oh, you either. You know, I've got a freezer full of sauerkraut spare ribs.
Is that an invitation or a warning?
It's a threat. So if you don't come over to my place for dinner soon, I'll have my mom cook up a year's supply for you.
Oh, you're so twisted. I've always loved you.
Well, no goodbye hug?
Incentive for you to come back. See you.
Bye.
Next on The Young and the Restless.
Did Nick keep something from you?
Yeah, I just found out.
You're so damn miserable. Why don't you leave?
So what, you're telling me to move out of the house now?
I thought you and I had reached an understanding.
This wasn't a betrayal.
You're damn right it was a betrayal.
This winter, Falcon Beach heats up SoapNet. You won't want to miss all the drama that happens in this steamy resort town. Falcon Beach. It all starts with a 2-hour premiere. Tomorrow at midnight on SoapNet.